The matrix of entrapment and control and censorship is still going strong, my friends. So, about a week ago, during the Republican National Convention, just as President Trump was accepting the nomination from his party, the hashtag Just Say No to Donald and Joe began trending on Twitter in great numbers. Now, immediately following this surging trend, Twitter then went ahead and suspended the accounts for Unity 2020, as well as banning their website. Now, for those of you who don't know, Unity 2020 is a campaign that is launched by Evergreen College professor Bret Weinstein to join disaffected liberal Democrats and disaffected conservative Republicans in order to try to fix the democracy in this country, i.e., they're taking those liberals who are probably most likely progressives, who were all on board on the democratic socialist movement started by Bernie Sanders, although Bernie Sanders seems to have acquiesced to the democratic establishment, bowed down, and is just going with the program or going with the flow. And there are many supporters of his, many progressives, who are not happy with that decision. And obviously there are many conservative Republicans who, especially those in the establishment, who do not like our President Donald Trump and are on the Never Trump campaign. Now, to my knowledge, Twitter has never stated what community standards this account has broken. By all accounts, this group, this campaign is attempting to try to unify the two ideologies, making it clear that the suspension was not a mistake. Twitter went ahead and also blocked all efforts to post Unity 2020's web address, and any existing tweets with their address were redirected to the now infamous potentially harmful website warning screen. I gotta play this clip to try to put into context the bigger picture of what's going on. So without further ado, let me roll the clip.
The greatest form of control is when you think you're free, when you're being fundamentally manipulated and dictated to. One form of dictatorship is being in a prison cell and you can see the bars and touch it. The other one is sitting in a prison cell but you can't see the bars, so you think you're free.
What the human race is suffering from is mass hypnosis. We are being hypnotized by people like this. Newsreaders, politicians, teachers, lecturers.
We are in a country and in a world that is being run by unbelievably sick people. The chasm between what we're told is going on and what is really going on is absolutely enormous.
The greatest hypnotist on planet Earth is a oblong box in the corner of the room. It is constantly telling us what to believe is real.
If you can persuade people that what they see with their eyes is what there is to see, you can't. Because they'll laugh in the face of an explanation that portrays the bigger picture of what's happening. And they have.
Now, Unity 2020 is not officially a third party, but rather they are attempting to do away with the conventional duopoly system of Republican versus Democrat by encouraging voters to vote for both a Republican and Democrat on the same ticket, i.e., and I think one of the things they're proposing in this campaign is, for instance, they haven't settled on any candidates yet, but putting a ticket of Andrew Yang and Texan Congressman Crenshaw, a Republican, all on the same ticket, either or, serving as president, the other serving as vice president, much like how it was back in the early days of this country, where, let's say, John Quincy Adams and Thomas Jefferson were vying for presidency, and whomever got the most votes, even though they're going up against each other, whoever got the most votes was president. Whoever got the second number of votes became vice president, and therefore forcing them to work together, putting aside their partisan differences. Not that there were even major political parties yet back then, but putting apart their ideological differences and saying, all right, we need to work together because you're the president, and as VP, I need to support you. So think about it. Think about it, y'all. According to Twitter, this kind of bipartisan unison ticket, ending the Republican versus Democrat dichotomy, is potentially harmful information. I repeat, having a bipartisan ticket is considered potentially harmful information. Do you see how potentially rigged and manipulated the system is? They're trying to take away your options, y'all. They're telling you that just thinking about anything other than the traditional Democrat versus Republican dichotomy that we've had going on for well over a century now is harmful. Think about a lot of other things that you've been hearing over the course of your life, such as if you do not fall in line with the two-party system and vote either Democrat or Republican, your vote is wasted. Again, I repeat, if you do not vote for one of the lesser of two evils, then your vote is wasted. And now for those people who are out there who are not aware of these movements, they're not following these things on a daily basis. So they're not aware of these movements. They're not aware of these other options. By social media banning these accounts, banning this information, they're trying to keep people in a prison of ignorance, because you can't you can't think about something you never heard or seen. And this, my friends, makes it easier to control you. The greatest enemy to humanity is this cage of ignorance, because we're living in a system that is doing its darndest to make us ignorant. They are ensuring that basically, as much as possible, you only see what you already believe, i.e. confirmation bias, and also that you only see what they want you to see, the information that will confirm the information that they've already been feeding you your whole life and to this day. What they're trying to do with social media, with the internet, is to firewall off people in the same way the Chinese government does, but in a more subtle way. And it's no secret, and it's pretty blatantly obvious, that the main targets in this suppression are any views that stray away from mainstream liberalism and or the Democratic Party and or platform. I mean, it's pretty obvious. You notice all of the accounts that have been blocked, information that has been suppressed, has usually been information that has gone against the mainstream platform of the Democratic Party, liberal movement across the world. You see President Donald Trump, Donald Jr.'s account suspended. You see actual practicing physicians' accounts and videos blocked from all sites, even though these guys are the ones on the front line. They have the medical degrees. They're the ones practicing this medicine, and they're seeing the results, and yet their information is blocked. But who isn't blocked? World Health Organization, who has been wrong at practically every step of the way throughout this whole pandemic. But if it doesn't line up with what the WHO says, it's banned. There are no other options that they're trying to give to you, even if it's credible expert opinion and or based upon studies or actual trial and error with actual patients. So you have to really think about that. Look at this authoritative movement that is going right underneath our noses right now. And it's really time for us to walk away. We need to regain our power. So I do want to try to put a link to the Unity 2020 just to give you a chance to see it for yourself. Whether or not you agree or not agree with the movement, what they're trying to do, knowledge is power. And clearly they're doing their best to suppress all knowledge and to keep us within a certain cage and reacting in a way that they want us to react to. And we have to fight against it. We have to arm ourselves with all of the information possible in order to make the most informed decision. But again, it's really time to stand up against this authoritative movement. And this is one of the reasons why I cannot vote Democrat right now, because it's really the Democratic arm of the movement, even though there are establishment oligarchs in the Republican Party as well. It seems to be strongest within the Democratic side that they are trying to destroy and suppress any and all alternative information, what it is you see and hear. I'll do another video on what happened at Joe Biden stopping Kenosha yesterday, where clearly there was a woman told to read from a script and she refused, i.e., again, they're just trying to lie and deceive, to manipulate and set up a situation that just isn't real. They're trying to control perspective. And it's mostly coming from the Democratic Party. There is no more room for debate, no room for diversity. They're more concerned with diversity of skin color as opposed to actual ideology, diversity of thought, diversity of opinions based on facts, and real strong suppression of alternative facts. And so it's just getting really strong. I just had to share this video, put this out there, because again, the revolution will be televised. We will not take this lying down. We will let the truth, whatever that truth may be told and be put out there for the world to see. But I personally believe it is time to do away with the voting for the lesser of two evils. We need to vote our conscience, vote for what's best for all of us, especially us proletarians. It should no longer be about Republican versus Democrat, because truth be told, we're all in the same boat. We're in this together. But we need to stand united, and we need to stand informed. So that's my video for today on this topic. Please want to keep the conversation going. So go ahead and tell me what you think about this topic here. Do you even really care? Is it important? What are your thoughts on social media suppression and censorship? Please comment below. I will respond. Want to keep this engaging. I love the comments I've been getting so far on all of my other videos. And once again, just as a reminder, if you like this information, please like, share, and or subscribe to the video to keep it going. And I really appreciate all of the support I've been getting so far. Viva la revolution!